welcome to Love Them Knives channel. LTK here, talking about a knife. What a change up for me. A knife? When did that happen? Yeah, I know, every time it's a knife. There's nothing wrong with that because we are knife crazy. Did I steal somebody's name? We love them knives around here. And this is the T1, not Terminator, Task. Task 1 by Uli Hennicke. So he's got the U and the H kind of graphicized on that thing. He's a German knife maker, and this is a collaborative effort with Kizer, who's made in China. See, there's his name. Ki3490. That's the model number. S35VN blade, 3.22 inch blade, and it's not a frame lock flipper. What? How did we end up with this? But it flicks really good. You know what? I mean, there's nothing wrong with not having a flipper tab. I'm sorry, but I am not just a flipper enthusiast, period. I mean, obviously I've got other non-flipper knives in my collection. This one really is cool. It is a frame lock though, by the way. And you can see the screws, 2 screws holding in the lock bar insert. And it's about a 25% lockup. Milled titanium pocket clip. It's pretty big for this little knife, isn't it? There's a big old clip. Looks like, you know, actually it doesn't need to act as the over travel stop because it's in here, but it kind of can double as that, can't it? Yeah. But it's not, yeah, that's not too stiff. That ought to slide in and out of the pocket pretty well, actually. And this one, no, there's no lock rock. It's centered up. No blade play. I had to tighten this side of the pivot a little bit. It was just a little, I mean, it wasn't really having blade play so much as it was just, at the time it came out of the box, it was a little off center. Now it's right there. So it was just that this was, need a little tightening. I don't know if, I'm sending this to a viewer on this channel that lives up in New York State. So yeah, heads up, dude. You might have to take this out, put a little Loctite, put it back, and then set it the way you want. I mean, I do if I have a pivot screw that I think might back out over time. So, in any case, just an FYI. Stonewash blade. Got that proudly made in China sticker on it. How about that? No, but actually, it was a German designer and comes pretty sharp out of the box. Yes, it does. So, not a problem there. At least you won't leave too bad of fingerprints all over here. Not as bad as if it was satin, that's for sure. This is a real user knife, you know? Although you've got a contoured titanium scales, you've got this integrated backspacer lanyard hole, which that makes sense in the cutaway here. So it's a continuation. It's not like sticking out the end or sticking up the top, or, you know, it's all part of this real linear design and a real long stretched rectangle, but that's good for the hand. I mean, the ergos are really good. Reverse grip, also really good. Pretty light, not real big, smaller than a Manex, you know, 3.2 inch blade smaller. So, well, let's put it on this side, whatever. See? Hey, you want to pull it out and match the handle, then you can see. You go pivot to pivot, not quite as obvious, just a lot bigger handle, as well as a longer blade on the Manex. But, grip. Full-size grip, not mini grip. This is almost mini grip size, huh? Yeah. Smaller knife, although kind of, you know, Feels big for its size in a way. Take a look at the para. And let's put this one down first for aspect ratio purposes. Para's got a big old long handle on it though, doesn't it? When you look at pivot to pivot, it goes out a ways. Still longer blade though. Not a whole lot, a few tenths. So this is kind of in that class as far as that's concerned. Well, let's put the tape to it. So 3 1/4. And these others are 3.4, 3.5. So a few tenths longer. 7.5 overall, 19 centimeters, and about 80 centimeters, 82 or 3 millimeters, for the blade length. And then the stock is like 3 millimeter thick, yeah, which is 0.116. And then the handle, well, get it on the fat end, right? And about 0.48, which is 12 millimeters. So, yeah, nicely contoured, pretty clean. You know, Germans. You know, I've never had a BMW. I've had some Volkswagen products, and they're very clean. They're very, they're not frivolous. They're not frilly. They're very functional, clean design, you know, and that's kind of what this is. I've been in a buddy's BMW, and it's the same way. It's really, you'd think it'd be a lot more fancy and dressy and things, but they're very functional, and it's so I really like this European look to this. Very no nonsense, but you know, this would be a great functional knife. Even when you look at this. The sharpening part of the blade is out here, so you know, not a problem with a fixed, you know, KME system or whatever to sharpen that, and no real detectable recurve in the blade. No, so you're good there as well. Well, and also, you know, unlike a flipper, you know, you actually get to make contact. Flipper knives are like this, you know, because you got the flipper tab down here as a guard. On the other hand, you have the flipper tab as a guard where you don't here, but you do have some contouring here. Fits your hand pretty well. I mean, you know, any non-flipper knife's not going to have that huge old guard down like that, so necessarily. The pass-through is pretty easy to get to here to disengage the lock bar. That's really easy. How about that, huh? It really flicks. I mean, the detent is not obviously crazy strong, but it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong for a flicker. You know, dual thumb studs, by the way. No jimping, have you noticed that? No jimping anywhere. But really smooth, round corners. And of course, you're going to get that when you stonewash a blade, too. But fit and finish is great on this knife. I'd like to criticize it. What should I say about it? You know, there's one knife reviewer, it's always the good, the bad, and the ugly, and there's always bad and ugly. Wow. I mean, I don't know that I have that rule where there always has to be bad and ugly. I guess you could say there's no jimping. But it's really a very straightforward design. Although it's contoured, it's elegant, and it's in its functional, you know, just well put together way. The pocket clip, you know, the curve kind of, you know, shadows this curve here as well. So these lines come together, or, you know, parallel each other nicely. I like it. I like it. And you know what? It's not bad. I usually go for bigger knives, as you may know if you've kind of followed my reviews over the months, but I'm starting to really take a shine to some of these real EDC-able knives. And this is 4.2 ounces, so that's not very heavy. Not for a titanium frame lock flipper. 120 grams, as we said before in the stats. Let me just throw, well, this is 2.8 ounces. That's ridiculous. But like the Para, okay, paramilitary, 3.8. So it's a couple of tenths lighter than this one is. But you know, there's just a lot more junk going on here, right? A lot more stuff. In any case, cool knife. They come in a, well, let's get some of this out of the way. They come in the outer box, like I was showing you. And then inside the outer box is the inner box, which is really crush proof, really nice quality. And then you get, you know, the zipper pouch, polishing cloth, microfiber cloth, paperwork, and the zipper pouch, which is really, really big. And, you know, it's not only got the pouch, plastic and pouch for the knife, but it's got 2 extra little pouches in there too. So for other things that you might want to put in there. I mean, you got a lot of protection here. You know, this isn't like just a flimsy cardboard box that some knife comes in and then, you know, it can get crushed and a lot of shelf wear and stuff. At least this will take the shelf wear and still leave this as being pretty pristine. So it's not bad in that respect. You know, this German knife maker, Uli, as what they call him, you know, Uli is always thinking of the art of edge while seeking the next inspiration. In any case, so Uli Hennicke. In any case, German knife maker, Bladesmith series. Pause and read. This one from Knife Center gives you a little bit more information on the actual designer. And then it goes into, of course, the specs, which carries forward into the next page. 4.3 ounces, 122 grams. You got that right on the nose. Lock bar insert and over travel stop. S30V, 9.5 inches, and 175 bucks. So, the Task 1. Pretty cool knife. Thought I had to at least throw it up on my channel. Phew. Yes, it is. It really is. It is a nice, sharp little blade. I always love cutting paper. I'm so good at it too, man. In any case, that was a joke because my paper cutting skills are notoriously horrible. In any case, that one makes me look good. So, hey, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, the Uli, the T1, the Uli Hennicke T1. Good size knife, nice lightweight, good EDC, sensible design, and you know what we do around here. Oh, keep up with me on Instagram. It's in the description box. Go to my Instagram. You never know what you're going to see there. On the other hand, maybe not want to go to my Instagram. Never mind. But it'll always kind of give you a little preview on maybe what's coming down the pike, because I usually do an Instagram before I do the review. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you'd like. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so stay sharp.